with the aim of reforming the Lagos educational system by deploying technology across all public primary schools for effective classroom management. The Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration introduced the Eko Excel Learning Initiative. The acronym connotes excellent in child education and learning. This is in line with the themes agenda of the present administration, with education and technology as the third pillar. Through the Eko Excel initiative, teachers are expected to deliver standardized learning to pupils in line with global standards.
It's what you give to them now that will determine and form their future. And that's why this exercise, we're not touching secondary school, we're not going to LASU or any university, we're coming to you. Because we realize and we know that when we get it right at this level, we're setting a proper foundation. I want to encourage you to please, this next couple of weeks, put all your attention to this thing.
To therefore ensure the effective implementation of the project, a stakeholders meeting was organized, and in attendance were the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, the Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, the Chairman, Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, LSUBEB, Honorable Wahab Alawiye King, and other stakeholders.
With the launch of Eko Excel, we hope to remove educational boundaries in which both pupils and teachers can collaborate in real time using advanced educational technology. Through Eko Excel model, teachers will be able to deliver standardized learning to pupils in public primary school in line with global standards.
This is really a futuristic plan, thinking about how our children are going to thrive, live and work in the lives that they are going to live, which are totally different from yours and mine. And through Eko Excel, the government has designed and funded a very, very revolutionary initiative. The quality of teaching and learning depends on the quality of the teachers. And therefore, we are using this method to not only deliver, but to upskill our teachers. We'll do this by training, supporting and motivating our existing teachers to succeed in their classroom.
The Deputy Governor said the present administration identified education and technology as one of its policy thrusts to bring about the needed changes in the sector, stressing that education and technology remained the fastest means of bridging the gap between Nigeria and the developed countries of the world.
We believe if we don't get it right at the primary school level, then we've lost it. And like somebody said, the classrooms don't teach. It's the teacher that will teach. So you might have a fantastic classroom, but if the teacher doesn't know what to teach, end of day. So for us, is to make sure that our teachers are well equipped to teach our children.
With Eko Excel, educational barriers are expected to be eliminated, allowing for a collaboration between teachers and pupils. Stakeholders commended the initiative.
Their skills will improve because they are able to have everything in their hands and they are able to communicate better. So there's no trying to remember what you wrote in this note or that. That will be phased out. They're going to have everything in the palm of their hands. The students, attendants, they have it in the palm of their hands. They know what everything. So to make them more efficient.
Eko Excel is a laudable project. It's a laudable program. The world is a global village. ICT is very, very paramount. People need to update their knowledge. People need to conform with what's happening in the whole world. So our teachers also will not be left out.
It's a concept which we all need to welcome, because with this, a new phase of education in Lagos State is achievable.
Following the stakeholders meeting, primary school teachers from all public schools in the state came together to commence a training on the use of Eko Excel initiative, a modern-day technology to enhance teaching efficiency.
We are now opening another chapter in education in line with the goals of the government of the state. And I am giving every assurance on behalf of our teachers and teachers in Lagos State that at the end of these 10 days, we are going to have a dynamic, robust 21st century teachers in Lagos State.
One thing is to promise, another thing is to fulfill it. You can now see
It is a promise fulfilled.
The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, who flagged off the training program, stated that the program became imperative as outlined in the themes agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
I hope you know that our children are going to live a different life from the one that you live, that I live. And therefore we have to prepare them. And so this is part of the preparation, ensuring that every child from Lagos State will stand out. You have said anything that doesn't happen in Lagos State has not happened in Nigeria. So also anybody who sees a child who passed through the public educational system of Lagos State was proud. They must know they are looking at the best. Excellence, isn't it?
Executive Chairman, Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, LSEBEB, Honorable Alawuye King, reiterated that the training would afford the teachers the opportunity to familiarize themselves with the technology devices that would be deployed for teaching in public primary schools.
This is an appropriate technology for this region. Once they have the lectures in their tab, they go to class and they use it as a guide to teach the student. It makes their job easier. It's more participation on the side of the kids. Everybody's engaged in the classroom. The teacher, the pupil, they're all engaged.
This is just a rare opportunity that is being given to them by the Lagos State government, so they should afford themselves the grace of partaking in it by being punctual in classes.
Part of the benefits of this initiative is for Lagos State teachers to deliver at the same level with their counterparts around the world, become more professional and technologically savvy in their work, and be skillful in helping children to learn in the positive environment. Consequently, one of the tools introduced in this initiative is a smart tablet for teachers.
All of you have received the tab, yes, and you have responded to how you make use of them in your various classes. Yes, I've gone around other classes and I've seen that a lot of you are so excited, yes, about it, because this is a new innovation in the basic education sector. Yes. My advice to all of us, as I have said in other classes, is that we ensure that we should not let the Lagos State government down.
I am highly impressed. Their behaviors, the way they have related with the facilitators, the way they have been responding, and their participatory level in the training. So this has been very, very impressive and encouraging for us as administrators.
The tablet comes with a battery life of 2 weeks and applications to improve the teaching process, and the beneficiaries were excited.
The tablet is to assist us to monitor, because that tablet will be geo-referenced. What do I mean? It will determine the coordinates of where you are. So the moment you turn it on, as the head teacher or as somebody that is monitoring it, maybe the honorable commissioner, maybe the lecturer, whoever, can say that, oh yes, this teacher is within the coordinate of the school.
So we give them that tablet, we will give them the training. The training is very intense over the next 10 days. They will come on Saturday as well. So we give them that very intense training on how to use the tab to teach. But even beyond using a tab, they will learn other things about classroom management, how to manage with children who are having special problems or difficulties, how to assess learning properly in the classroom, so how children learn and so on. So there's going to be a lot of work done.
The first phase of the program lasted for 10 days, holding between 9 and the 19th of December 2019, with about 2,400 teachers trained.
I must give kudos to the Lagos State government for introducing this at this time. I have learned so much as an head teacher, and I know I'm going to affect my school in a very positive way. I have learned how to give the long and short observation. I've learned how to be a support to my teachers. I have learned how to equally support my pupils.
This program, EcoExcel, is a special program that has brought some kind of development to the teachers of Lagos State. The new methodology now, by using iPad, phone, is a wonderful development. And to comply with 21st century of education in the world. I think Lagos State is setting a pace.
I really want to appreciate the Lagos State government, the SUBEB chairman, the entire board of SUBEB that has put in place this wonderful package. to making us the head teacher of today, a 21st century head teacher and a modern head teacher. We have actually learned a lot from the section we have here, and we are promising the government, along with the SUBEB chairman, that we won't let you down. You will receive positive reports from our schools.
We will be able to impact our children, the pupils, our learners, positively. We'll be able to communicate and give feedback to the parents. We'll be able to assist the children. Those that has sight problem, we know where to place them so that we'll be able to benefit from the teaching and the learning of the day. And also, it will also help us to contribute our quota to the development of education in the state and in Nigeria at large.
We appreciate their efforts from bringing this Eco-Excel to us, to change us from the manual teacher to the digital teacher. Henceforth, I believe Lagos State teachers will do more and the pupils will learn more.
The second phase began with another set of 2,400 teachers trained on digital teaching techniques.
We are trying to key into Mr. Governor's vision to raise the standard of education. So after this training, every teacher will be given a tab with which to teach with, provided by the state. And you can call yourself digital teachers after that. Aside from that, you will be taught methods and techniques with which to better capture the attention of your students and better enhance their development.
As a government that believes in an inclusive society, physically challenged teachers also took part in the training.
Lagos, as we know, they call us Eco for Show.
Okay.
So when they say they Eco-Excel, okay, I'm proud to be part of the program. I expect to get excellent performance in the teaching of my pupils in class.
Honorable Wahab Alawiye King, who was present, said the Lagos State government is not only raising the standard, but increasing the bar in the education sector.
Education is the foundation on which other structures are built. And once you have that foundation solid, every other thing will fall in place. That is the reason why I'm excited that we are building a future generation for our pupil. And once this foundation is solidly put on ground, we should have some improved learning and teaching outcomes.
An executive of the Nigerian Union of Teachers Lagos State chapter, who monitored the exercise, commended the Lagos State government for a job well done, describing the exercise as seamless.
We have no objection making our teachers to be technologically savvy, especially when you look at the period we are now. As a union, we have no objection to this program, and we are fully in support of Lagos State government and by extension, State Universal Basic Education Board.
This is the second batch of the Eco-Excel in Lagos State, the training of teachers. What I observed was that this time is more better than the first one, and we, the Education Secretary, we have formed a block and we are going to support the Lagos State government in whatever forms that they need our support.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Mrs. Abosede Adelaja, also came visiting to motivate the teachers.
With my interaction with the teachers, I perceived willingness. They are looking forward to this program, and they have pledged their support to make sure that good quality education is delivered in Lagos State. And they have promised that they will not only change their style of teaching, they will change their mode of dressing, that they will be compatible and be comparable with teachers outside the shores of this world. And I'm looking forward to that big transformation in the primary sector of the education sector in Lagos State.
On the second day of the training, Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu made a surprise appearance at the CMS Schools complex in Bariga, the venue of training for an assessment of the ongoing capacity building program. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said his government had concluded the plans to digitize curriculum of basic schools, noting that modern techniques were being employed to maximize learning in all public-owned primary schools. He said the teachers required the training to enable them use gadgets being introduced by the government to achieve and measure academic growth in primary schools. Apart from the training, Governor Sanwo-Olu said the government would also be supporting the teachers with attractive welfare package that would boost their morale and enhance productivity.
I want to thank each and every one of you. I can see the enthusiasm on all your faces, from your voices. That means that there is hope for all of us. What I've come to do is not to disrupt your lesson program. I just want to be sure, I just want to be certain that it's going on well, right? And I've seen it that you are all taking your time to learn and to go through this exercise. What you can do for me, please, is when you get back, let us show love. Let us show real love to those 5, 6, 7-year-old people. I'm also a product of a public school. And I'm sure so many of you here. There's so much pressure with parents on the streets, on the road. But when those people, when they come in at 8 o'clock, let them know that they've come to a safe haven for the next 6 hours. Let us show them love. And it's only when we show them love, they will open their hearts and their mind to want to receive from you.
The unscheduled visit, however, turned to a moment of appreciation for the visibly excited teachers who suspended the training sessions to show their gratitude to the governor for the opportunity. The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, and other stakeholders who spoke with Education Report on TV all agreed that every child in Lagos deserves education, and that is what EcoExcel is going to achieve.
Today we had a very important visit by the Governor of Lagos State, Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. He came to see what we are doing with the training of our teachers under the EcoExcel program. And he was really impressed and happy with everything that he saw here. You saw the spontaneous and happy reaction of the teachers because they know they are learning something that can only make them better educators. It can even impact them in their own personal lives as well because they have built a greater understanding of learners and how to really have a great classroom.
I want to appreciate the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the SUBEB chairman and the other stakeholders, including the Commissioner of Education, who is a very big passion for digitalization of education in the state. So I think it will be an ongoing program, and so that we go around all as sundry to make sure that the policy of leave no child behind of SUBEB will be achieved.
EcoExcel is an education reform initiative of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration that is successfully developing more highly skilled teachers by training, supporting, and motivating existing government teachers to succeed in the classrooms.